Alright, so I'm back, and today we are going to look at the TFC's Blackbird, aka Superion. Or Silverbolt, sorry. A little excited for Superion, I guess. So here he is in his bot mode, and he's pretty cool. I do like him. He does have quite a bit back kibble going on here, but I mean, I can't win them all. Yeah, the running joke with him has always been either he's a jet with a robot crammed on underneath, or he's a robot with a jet folded up on back. So you don't really get much other options with this type of character. But I think they did do the best they could with it, making it modern and such. So yeah, he's back heavy for sure, but the way his legs are designed, even though they're hollow, it seems to work. He seems to be pretty stable. Once you get him standing right, he does seem pretty stable. So that's a plus. He does come with this gun doohickey thing. You can split this down the middle here, and just like so. And then you can extend the barrel, but that's more for superion. I like to just leave that closed up and then just plug it into his hand. And as you can see, this is very typical from what I've seen of some TFC figures, where the hand will just come off. Because it's on those stupid little clips that I absolutely hate. You guys know how much I hate these things. That's what Bad Cube used for the wheels on their car, and I hate it. I can't hate it. I can't hate it enough. But yeah, he's pretty cool. Other than the fists, he's a pretty solid figure. Posability, his head is on a ball joint, so it goes a little bit rocker side to side, all the way around. Looks up a little bit, looks down a little bit, and the head sculpt is actually pretty close. Shoulder do go up and down. They do rotate forward. Because of this assembly here, they do get in the way. So if you fold these in, you can get a little bit more mobility there. And it does go back. Also, due to transformation, there's also a hinge here that can fold his arm out a little bit. But like I said, with those things out, you really lose all mobility in that shoulder. Come on. In and out. Bicep swivel. Bends at the elbow. When you do you can see the combiner port come out. You can keep that folded in. Wait, no, you can't. Nope, that's as far as it goes. All right. Hand swivels, and there's a little bit up and down. They're not on there very well. As I said, waist swivel. Legs can fold up, down, in and out. Swivels at the thigh. There is a bend at the knee. Even though it's got the indents for a ratchet, it's not a ratchet joint. There's also another bend down here for transformation, so he does have a really good bend at the knee if you wanted to. Foot has a little bit of a pivot to it, not much, and it does have a little bit of a swivel in there as well. And then this assembly here, they are on armatures. You can pull them off and use them as guns if you wanted to, but you can pull these out and do something like that if you really wanted to. Like give them a little bit more of a wingspan-ish. But yeah, there you go. To convert them into jet mode, and we'll do combined mode once we at the end of this series. Fold the handle up. This will come around. This will come around, and these will just tab in together like so. This here will fold around like this and like this. Just kind of fold those up, get those out of the way. Now what you want to do is let's see. First off, let's kind of move these things out of the way, I guess. And what you want to do is rotate the waist all the way around. Pop the hands off, you know, usual stuff. So we have the waist rotated all the way around. Where did the hand go? Oh, there it is. There's the hand. Plug that back in. Let's go ahead and just fold these up. So what you want to do here is open up this front panel. See, they did it right here with the hand being on its own hinge as opposed to being on the door. So I don't know why they took a step backwards for their razor claw. So open that up, fold the hand in, close it up. There you go. Then you want to pull this assembly here down. And it will slot into place. You want to get this piece. You want to get these pieces, because see how there's that tab there? You want to get that behind this piece. Or just pop the whole thing off. That works too. This piece here will fold up, like so. Rotate this back around. Alright, and then up here you want to flip these little tiny pieces here up. They're just kind of like neck fillers. Fold those up, and then you fold the arm up, and you want to kind of push this plastic back so you can fit that shoulder into place there. Rotate the arms so they're like this, and then you can see there's a tab with a slot and a tab with a slot, and those will plug in together. Right? No? Not gonna plug in together? Alright, well, let's go this route. So, undo what we just did, pull this out, rotate the shoulder around, pull that up. There we go. I get that step mixed up with the combiner mode. Alright, so now we rotate the arms around, and now they will tab in together, like so. And fold these pieces down like so, and I guess we just leave that how it is, right? Let's see here. Yeah, we just leave this how it is, just like that. Okay, so now we got the little wheels down on this side. And then you want to plug the fuselage in. There's tab or slot, and then on this piece here, there's a tab and a tab, and that's where the 5mm port goes, which is right there. So you just line all that up and tab it in. Wings will come down like so. Now we take the legs here, rotate them, fold this red piece here, will unhook, and then it'll swivel down and plug into place. You can then rotate this foot piece around here, flip that up, and this will come around that. And then you just rotate this assembly. This. So the knee is facing up. Rotate that up, and then there's a plug right there. They'll plug into that hole that's right there on the wing, like so. Do the same thing over here. It's a little fidgety, but it's not terrible. They could have probably designed it a little bit easier, but at the same time, it's not that bad. That, and then you take the there's a big port right there that'll plug into that hole right there. Just gonna move these out of the way temporarily. So plug that in. Fold up, and there's two tab there. I'll go in a slot there and there. You fold this back up, and there you have him in his jet mode. And he does have landing gear that you can pull out right here. Like so. And he's back heavy. And there's no other wheels to roll out. So maybe this comes down. Is that what we're supposed to do here? I'll try and pull this down a little bit. Not really. That doesn't work either. It's a little bit more stable, but this thing's just grinding on the ground. So yeah, that's not very cool. But yeah, jet mode. Woo! So here he is in comparison to the Combiner Wars. Silverbolts. See how those two stack up. This one definitely looks more like a real world jet, whereas this one looks more like the G1 counterpart. You can see both of them have robot on the bottom. No changes there. Both look pretty nice though. Clearly this one's bigger though. And there you go. That is his jet mode. So now let's get him back into robot mode. So pull this whole assembly off here. Fold up that landing gear. Split this apart. Rotate that around. And there you go. Surprised these things aren't on 5mm ports like everything else TFC ever does. Set that off to the side. Fold this up, fold this up. Fold these in. Pull the legs down. Like so. Straighten them out. Like so. Then this piece here will flip around. Tabs into place. Flip the foot down. Rotate. Rotate the kneecap. Same thing over here. Rotate that like so. Then we want to pull this assembly back up. Leave the wheels how they are for now. And you want to untab this bottom section here, and then this piece here will fold up, and this piece on the top will fold down. And what's cool is they do have it cut so that they can fold up together. And those will go in. These pieces come back. Rotate the waist. And pull the arms down. This will rotate around. Rotate around. Open up the hands. Flip them out. Open up the hand. Flip it out. Pull it off if you want to. That works too. And then up here you just flip these pieces down to kind of fill in that neck gap. Fold the little dinky wings out. And there you go. And let's get the standard size comparisons out of the way first. Here he is with the Brainstorm. So he's about a head taller than Brainstorm. So he's a I would put him in ultra class. Definitely ultra class. Here he is with the Megatron. So this scale does not really work with these two types of figures. Unless, of course, you're one of those people that are like, well, a jet's got to be bigger than a tank. Which that's just not G1. Here he is with the Seeker Jet. Again, this doesn't really work. I'm okay with Silverbolt being bigger than the Seeker because he's the leader of a group, but not that much. That's pretty significantly bigger. The Springer mold, again, he's significantly taller than him, and that does not work for me. Here he is with Prowl, and this actually does work pretty well. So if you're looking for more of a masterpiece scaled robot, this guy actually would work pretty well. And now let's get into some more fun stuff. Here he is with the Microblaze Onslaught. And he's still about a head taller than he is. But definitely because of his bulk, they do fit better together. Here he is with the Unique Toys Razor Claw. And this kind of works. He works better with the Onslaught, to be honest. He's shorter than Onslaught. Here he is with the Combiner Wars Motor Master. And that's actually a pretty good scale because he's only a little bit taller than he is. So that actually works pretty well. And here he is with the Combiner Wars Silverbolt. And I like this guy's scale much with these guys I have up here right now. His scale works a lot better than his. And his colors just seem to work a little bit better than his do too. Definitely stands out as a Silverbolt. And his back kibble folds up a lot nicer. So there is that. And then let's get his teammates out. Here he is. Him. I don't remember what the TFC names are, and I have a hard time with the actual G1 names with the superior aerial bots. I think I can name, or I think I can ramble off all the names, but I don't know if I could point out which one's which. That's a problem, which is why I'm avoiding that. And here he is with the last one. And yeah, the team looks great together. I think these guys scale very well with him. They should be smaller than the core bot. Oh, and here's a piece of shit. I do think they scale pretty well with the core bot, but yeah, definitely like. Let me get an MP car here. Definitely this would be more in scale with MPs than it would be in scale with classics. The combined mode, we'll leave that decision up to once we get to combined mode. We are not going to be doing a battle on this one with the Hasbro Superion. I'll show them off together, but primarily I can't do a full fair comparison because I don't have all the aerial bots for Hasbro yet. We know we're going to get a slingshot eventually. There'll be a retool of air raid. Okay, so that's slingshot, right? And that's air raid. I can't remember the other two. I tried. I know we're going to get one of those later on, so we will have a full set, but that won't be for months. Getting the Hasbro version of this guy sometime this month, that'll be a great step in the right direction, but won't have the full set for months, and I'm not going to sit on the set for that long of time. So yeah, there you go. Rating. Honestly, I had some difficulties with the figures, and I have some difficulties with the hands. But overall, he is actually a pretty good figure. I do enjoy playing with him. It gets me tempted to jump back to Masterpiece, but I'm too far in with Classics again. But he does look good. I do really like him. I think he's a lot of fun to mess with. And he's a lot less fidgety than I feared. That was one of the main reasons why I didn't buy him at first, was because it looked like he was a nightmare to transform. And he really isn't. He's actually not bad at all. None of these guys are. They're actually right in par with where I think they should be for their size. The individual jets might be a hair too simple. And 5mm ports everywhere. That's a different issue for a different day. But all in all, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I think he's a really solid figure. And I really think TFC did a good job. I just wish he was a little bit smaller, and then I definitely would be going with him instead of the Hasbro. But we'll kind of get more into that as we go. And I haven't actually compared the two in combined mode. I only had Superion in combined mode for a short period there. So anyway, there you go. TFC's Blackbird.